Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So we're continuing our series on different budgeting methods, and today is two budgeting methods in one. It's the percentage 50-30-20 or 60-20-20 method. And if you've ever felt overwhelmed trying to figure out how to split your income, these methods might be good for you. So we will cover the pros, the cons, and hopefully you will figure out if it is the right budgeting strategy for you. So who am I? I am Eva. I am the founder of Fierce Rich Money, and after 2 years of unemployment, I'm back in debt. Got out of debt before using my plan, and I'm doing it again. This channel is about normal ways of getting out of debt, not those weird extreme ways that litter the internet. I'm not going to tell you to make your own soap from soap slivers. We'll cut through the lies and misinformation being told to us because that's what's keeping us in the dark and poor. All right, so let's get right to it. What exactly are these budgeting methods? You know what? It is a straightforward way to manage your money by dividing your after-tax income, remember it's always after tax, into categories. So 50% or 60% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings, or 60% for needs, 20% for wants, 20% for savings, and or debt repayment, or both. All right, so here's how it works. You allocate 50 or 60% of your income to essential expenses. So things like housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, not entertainment. Sorry, that's a want. So these are needs. These are things you have to pay for each month, no matter what. Then the next 20 or 30% of your income goes to wants. So these are things you don't necessarily need, but enjoy having, like dining out, entertainment, hobbies, maybe subscription service you love. Personally, I think those are all like not even like those are essential, but that's my own thing. So anyway, so 20% is for paying down debt and or savings. And this can also be your emergency fund, contributing to your retirement account, paying off credit card balances. So the beauty of this is it is so simple, and it provides a clear framework for managing your money without having to track like every single expense, making it a great option for people who want an easy to follow plan. So let's walk through an example. So suppose your after-tax income is $4,000. So with 50-30-20, you would allocate $2,000 for your needs, $1,200 for your wants, and $800 for savings or debt repayment. With 60-20-20, 24 goes to needs, 800 goes to wants, and 800 goes to savings or debt repayment. So this means you plan to cover all your essential bills like rent, mortgage, groceries, utilities with that 2,000 or 2,400. You then take the 1,200 or 800 on fun stuff like going out to eat, seeing a movie, taking a weekend trip. And then the last 800, the 20%, will go into a savings account, investment account, paying debt. So things like that. It's a very relaxed and flexible approach. So let's talk about the pros of both these methods and why it might be right for you. And then, of course, we'll do the cons. Simplicity. Both are easy to understand and implement. You don't need a complicated spreadsheet or an app to follow. Just basic understanding of your monthly income and expenses. And you can just track it on a sheet, on a notebook page, or an Excel sheet, a Google sheet. All right. Second, it offers flexibility. So unlike other budgeting methods that require you to account for every single dollar, this rule gives you the freedom to spend within your categories without like really getting into the weeds. So it's great for people who want to avoid the hassle of micromanaging their budget. And third, it encourages a balanced spending. By splitting your money into 3 categories, you're less likely to neglect savings or overspend on non-essentials. This will help you maintain a balanced approach to managing your finances. But of course, like every other budgeting method, these aren't perfect. So here are a few of the can't talk today. Downsides you should be aware of. First, it may not fit into every lifestyle or financial situation. If you live in a high cost area or have significant debt, you might find it difficult to stick to either one of these because it limits for needs. For some, needs might consume a larger portion of their income, leaving less room for wants and savings. Second, it's not detailed enough for people with specific financial goals. So, if you're trying to aggressively pay down debt or save for a big purchase, this method or these methods may not provide enough structure. So you might need a more detailed plan that allocates higher percentages to savings or debt repayment. Third, it can lead to overspending on wants. The 20 or 30% allocation for discretionary spending might actually be too generous for some people, leading to unnecessary expenses. So if you're trying to tighten that budget, you may want to reduce the amount you spend on wants. So is the 50-30-20 or 60-20-20 right for you? Look, it's a great option if you're looking for a very simple, straightforward way to manage your money. It's especially useful for beginners or anyone who just wants like a low maintenance budget that covers the essentials, allows for fun, and ensures you're saving for the future and paying down debt if you have it. However, if you have more complex financial needs or live in an area with a high cost of living, you might need to adjust the percentages or consider a different budgeting method that better suits your situation. So, like all the other budgeting methods, you can take from different ones. So, maybe your 20% that's on wants, you do the envelope method with that 20%. So again, it's not a one size fits all, you got to do it this way and you can't take from others. It's organic, like pick and choose and do what works for you because you're the one that knows. It's called personal finance for a reason and it's personal. So, watch all the videos and pick and choose, a little from column A, a little from column B, and maybe that's what works for you. It might not work for me, or maybe it works for me and doesn't work for you, right? So, all right. So that is the percentage-based budget, and I hope you got value from this, and I will see you in the next one.